Black history you should know.
Black history you should know. Medgar Evers, born July 2nd, 1925, was a civil rights activist and the first field secretary for the NAACP. Evers also served in the U.S. Army and fought to overturn segregation at the University of Mississippi. As a kid, Evers grew up in Decatur, Mississippi with his siblings and parents. The Evers family owned a small farm, and Medgar's older brother, James, worked at a sawmill. After earning his high school degree, Evers enlisted in the U.S. Army and fought in the Battle of Normandy in June 1944. After the war, Evers was honorably discharged as a surgeon. In 1948, Evers enrolled at Alcorn Agricultural and Mechanical College and majored in business administration. He's earned his Bachelor of Arts in 1952. In 1951, he married Marilee Evers. Together, they had 3 children. The couple moved to Mound Bayou, Mississippi, where Evers was also President Regional Council of Negro Leadership. Evers helped the council's boycott of the gas stations that declined service to African Americans. In November 1954, Evers was named the NAACP's first field secretary for Mississippi. In this position, he helped organize boycotts and set up new local chapters of the NAACP. His public investigation into the 1955 lynching of Chicago teenager Emmett Till in Mississippi and his vocal support of Clyde Kennard had made him a prominent black leader. On June 7, 1963, Evers was nearly run down by a car after he came out the NAACP office in Jackson, Mississippi. On June 12, 1963, Evers was shot in his driveway after returning home from a meeting with NAACP lawyers. He was taken to the local hospital in Jackson, where he was initially refused entry because of his race. His family explained who he was, and he was admitted. He died in the hospital 50 minutes later. He was only 37 years old. Evers was the first black man to be admitted in an all-white hospital in Mississippi. On June 21, 1963, Byron D. LeBeckwith, a fertilizer salesman and member of the Citizens Council, was arrested for Edgar's murder. D. LeBeckwith was convicted of murder on February 5, 1994. After having lived as a free man for much of the 3 decades following the killing, he had been in prison from 1977 and 1980 on separate charges, conspiring to murder of A.I. Botnick. In 1997, D. LeBeckwith appealed his conviction in the Evers case, but the Mississippi Supreme Court upheld and the U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear it. He died in prison on January 21st, 2001. That's Black History You Should Know.